Lots of runners think that you need to run fast all the time, and I used to be that way. Not only is it not going to most likely get you your goals in an efficient way, but you're most likely going to get yourself hurt. So I'm going to tell a personal story about what happened to me about 11 years ago, and then we're going to dig into exactly why you don't want to run fast all the time. So I was training for the Army 10 miler for 2015. I was trying to get onto the Fort Hood team. And what I would do, honestly, looking back on it, it seems crazy to me now, but I would pretty much run all of my runs fast. So I was an Army officer. I would typically have a lunch break at about 12 o'clock if we were not in the field training. So on those weeks, I would go to the gym and I would literally run a 5K on the treadmill every single day as fast as I could. I mean, it was crazy. I don't know why I thought that that was a good idea. And then on the other runs, I would still do like a long run on the weekend, and that was a fast long run. And I just thought that that's what you needed to do. I thought that it was all about adaptation and stimulus and making sure that your turnover is good. That was a disaster. I ended up getting a sharp pain in my foot. I ignored that red flag. I ended up continuing to race local 5K races, and I broke my foot. So I ended up turning a stress fracture into an actual fracture. Luckily, I was still able to make the Army 10 miler team for Fort Hood because I had a great coach. He taught me, or he really coached me into doing a bunch of swimming and recovery exercises. And I was still able to make the tryouts in August and then race in October. I raced 10 miles at 6:35 pace. It was about 65 minutes. And I was really proud of myself, but I'll never know how fast I could have gone if I didn't have a broken foot, which stopped me from running for about 2 months. So instead of running fast all the time, we should definitely include faster intervals, tempo runs, and thresholds as part of an overall plan. But it is much smarter to have about somewhere between 70 to even 85% of your training at somewhere around zone 2 at a slower aerobic pace. So that's what I do these days. I had to learn the hard way that it's not all about running fast, and you actually do get faster simply by running slower. It sounds super counterintuitive. Trust me, I've had a really hard time wrapping my brain around this, and don't twist my words. I'm not actually saying that it's the slow running that makes you faster. You still have to put in the work on the track. You still have to do your tempo runs. You still have to do hill repeats and thresholds and different things like that at a faster pace if you want to like qualify for Boston. But if you try to do those fast things all the time without adding the slow miles, you're going to get yourself hurt. So in a sense, you actually do have to run slow to get fast. So I encourage you guys to run slower, especially if you're like me and you're like super, super competitive. You have to dial yourself back at least a good portion of the week, to be honest, and do a lot of volume at a slower pace. So get out there, guys, and do those slow miles. You got to run slow to be fast. I'll catch you on the next episode of Buzzard Track.